What it do, y'all? How y'all doing? I forgot to tell y'all about my day. I met Spirit at Popeyes. I'm gonna show y'all another light language. This is a what it do talk. What it do, y'all? I went to Popeyes today, right? So I got my food at Popeyes. This girl was at the register. She gave me my food. But I look in my bag before I leave. I'll be looking in my bag, right? And I ordered 2 large macaroni and cheeses. Now they gave me a large macaroni and cheese, but the damn macaroni and cheese came about like right here. Why you gonna give me that big ass cup and trick me and give me that much macaroni and cheese? And it was in both of them. And it looked dry, like they gave me the corners or something or the leftovers in the pan. So I said, can I get some fresh macaroni and cheese? And could you like fill my cup up? Like it ain't hardly nothing in my cup. Can you please like fix this? The girl said, "What? You want me to go make you some fresh macaroni and cheese?" I said, "Yes. Do you mind? Did I say something wrong? Am I wrong for saying?" I said, "Look at my macaroni and cheese." I said, "It ain't even hardly none in the cup. I ordered large. This is not a large. I can't take this home. This just gonna feed one person." You know what I'm saying? She said, so wow, she gave me my macaroni and cheese, right? I said, calm down, love, calm down. I said, it ain't no need of having no attitude. I just want some macaroni and cheese. I'll wait on it. I don't mind waiting on it. But y'all, my chicken, I had ordered a 12-piece. My chicken had been sitting on the counter for like dang on 10 minutes, felt like, for a long time. So she said, well, we gotta make you some more macaroni and cheese. I said, yeah, right. So I said, well, I'll wait on my macaroni and cheese, but I don't want that chicken in the box anymore because it's been sitting up there. It's been sitting up there for a while. Y'all, I stand at the counter and wait on my food. I be watching everybody walk around and then I be seeing how people be handling food, you know what I'm saying? So she said, she said, you want me to cook you some chicken? I said, no. I said, but I would like fresh chicken. I said, you can give me the chicken up under the light when my macaroni and cheese get finished. Then I get them at the same time. She said, I said, calm down. I said, am I saying something wrong? Am I doing something to you? I said, your energy is off. I said, I'm sorry if you feeling some type of way, but I'm like an energy person and you just like really going through the motions. I just, I deserve some more macaroni and cheese, right? she walked out. So y'all, I'm waiting on my macaroni and cheese, right? Man, I swear I spent the night at Popeye. I was in there for about an hour, right? Next thing I know, I started looking at her, right? She had an attitude with me. Boy, something about me just ticked her the F off, right? She had a little tattoo on the side of her neck, y'all. I can't about half damn see. I thought it was a crown. It was something at the bottom and the top part looked like a crown. So my little crown theory. I know about I told y'all I seen God at Walmart through the crown. This is like a light language talk, right? So I'm looking at her tattoo. I said, oh, okay. Y'all, I'm practicing on protecting my energy. I don't give a fuck about how nobody act. You ain't making me go there with you. I'm gonna be so sweet to you, and you could be so nasty to me. I'm gonna get off by just being nice to your little mean ass. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at in life. So, and it's helping my manifestations come faster. I got a rhythm going. I ain't nobody getting me up off that bike, right? Not nobody at Popeyes, no. I just came to get some chicken. I ain't come to get my blessing snatched, right? So I waited. Next thing you know, I walked up. I said, well, I've been waiting for a long time. Is the macaroni and cheese done yet? She said, yeah, the macaroni and cheese done. She said they putting it together, right? So I said, okay, you can make my chicken. So she said, your chicken cooking. I said, why my chicken cooking? She said, you told me you wanted fresh chicken. You said cook you some chicken. I said, no, you said cook me some chicken. I told you give me the chicken up under the light. Cause I said, oh boy back there running the kitchen. He flipping that guy. That chicken keep on rotating. He don't, it's fresh chicken up under that light. I ain't tell you to go cook me no chicken. I said, see, I said, you so mean to me. You in such a bad mood. It blocked off your hearing. I clearly said I want the chicken up under the light. You said cook the chicken in the beginning and I told you no. I said, baby, I wouldn't put you through all of that. I didn't come up here to make your day bad. I didn't want to put you through all that. Love that chicken from Popeyes. So I'm standing there. She said, you did tell me to cook you. You said, I want some fresh chicken. I said, see, you still in that energy and you're not listening to me. I said, see how ugly you be? I said, am I doing something wrong? Am I saying something wrong? All I asked for was some fresh macaroni and cheese. And I said, let me get the chicken up under the light. That's it. That was all. So the little lady come from the back. What's going on? What you said you want to get? What you said you want to get? I said, oh, Lord Jesus. And I had to explain to her. She said, I got you. I'm going to get your chicken. She came back. She said, 12 minutes. I said, what? And I started laughing, right? So all while I'm standing up there at the counter, I'm looking at the girl because she just in a phone up there. So her day not going good no more. She not performing her best. You know how she picking up stuff and dropping. She in the phone. So some said, tell her it's gonna be all right. She got a big blessing coming. Cause I want her problem. Some of y'all need to start going off on people because they mess up your order. Don't be cussing them people out or doing all that little rude stuff, making them feel bad. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be ugly because the situation not going all the way you want it to go, right? So back to the story. Little mama who had came to the front and said, I got you with chicken, girl. I'm gonna cook your chicken. I said, all right, that's cool. But I was standing and waiting. So I'm just standing there, but I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking around. I'm just watching how old boy work in that kitchen by himself. I done told God to bless him. I'm praying for everybody in that kitchen. They don't even know who I am or what I do. When I walk into a building, I done prayed over the building, blessed the little place. I'm doing my little spiritual work when I walk in the building, right? So the lady said, calm down, mom. Calm down, mom. I got your chick. You good. You good. Calm down. What? You calm down. So I looked around. I'm like, I said, am I doing something? She said, I told you, I got you. I said, I know. All I'm doing is standing here looking. I said, am I doing something wrong? Y'all, I swear to God, this is what took place. I said, am I doing something wrong? She said, no, I got your ticket. It's like 5 more minutes. I said, okay. So I looked at the girl. I said, you know what? I said, you beautiful. I said, I didn't come up here to ruin your day because I had caught her up there at the register by herself. She had done managed to walk by. She can't avoid me. I'm a magnet. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a divine encounter. So I said, you got a big blessing coming. I said, that tattoo on your neck, that let me know you got a big blessing coming. She said, what, you talking about this rabbit on my neck? See, when she said that rabbit, get what I thought about. Y'all know I've been Joan and Easter. Y'all ain't been seeing my video how I've been talking about they done disrespected the Lord with the resurrection and the rabbit and the eggs with the chocolate in it. I don't know how many videos I done made about the resurrection, but it's the resurrection. And it ain't got nothing to do with Christ rising again unless he looking for eggs with chocolate in it. You know what I'm saying? And he got pet rabbits. So I started laughing because that's a match. That's a match to what's going on with me in my personal life. They let me know that spirit is listening to me. Spirit is laughing right along with me. I told y'all, they don't help them mark God. Don't be. But the rabbit, I didn't even know that was a rabbit. My blind eye had my glasses on, and I'm thinking that it's a crown, right? The way it was made, but she said it was a rabbit. I'm gonna go along with it, she said. I said, oh, but time she said rabbit, my whole inside just bust out laughing, y'all. And because she had that little attitude and we had that little encounter, I said, you know what, girl? Both of us just got a lesson in patience. I said, now, had you not had that attitude with me for whatever reason, I'm not your problem, but you was in a funk with me. You were ugly to me. I said, you didn't hear me say anything about that light. I literally said, I'll take the chicken up under the light. I didn't tell you to go cook the chicken, baby. I wouldn't have took you through all of that. That's like anal. Girl, I see that boy flipping the hell out that chicken. I said, and I done spent the night up here. And I ain't even mad. I'm up here having fun and laughing because I see what's going on in the spirit realm. I said, you don't know me and I don't know you, but I know you now because of that tattoo on your neck. She said, what did rabbit mean in the spirit realm? I said, that between me and God, baby. But just know this. Look for your blessing. I heard something say like 2 weeks. I said, give it like 2 weeks. Something gonna come. It gonna be so nice. It gonna knock your socks off. You finna get a big blessing. Just cause me and you having this interaction, girl, you ain't interacting with me for no reason. I ain't irritating you for no reason. She started laughing. She said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't listen and I did have an attitude. I said, it's okay, girl. It's okay. Something was at play. Just know you are right. You are right. God eyes on you. People don't know why they mark themselves with certain things, but that was an example of light language. This is how I communicate with spirit. Now, I don't know what the significance of the rabbit is. I don't know if God just saying, yeah, they trying to put the rabbit in it, the nerve of them. I don't know if it's a joke with them on the other side. But it's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. But anyway. that match. See, that match what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about coming from the inside of me and it's mirroring. And guess what? The rabbit jumped up and now the damn rabbit eating chicken. What the hell is the rabbit doing at Popeye? Y'all better help me understand Easter. Somebody better explain Easter to me. Cause ever since I've been joining Easter, weird stuff been happening. And look, that's a chicken. A rabbit and a chicken from Louisiana. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Mm-mm. They should have got me to do that goddamn commercial. I love y'all, but I hope this help you kind of understand and show you how to see God. You can't mix physical and spiritual together. See, there was a whole spiritual experience. I didn't flip out. I enjoyed my time there. Sometimes you there for a reason. Sometimes you miss the bus for a reason. Sometimes you show up late for work for a reason. Stop flipping out. Cause little simple shit happen. Come on, you a God. You don't let no crap like that pull you out of your square. Like, what? Anyway, love that chicken from Popeyes. Mm-mm. The rabbit in the chicken hanging at Popeye. I guess I'm the chicken, huh? I love y'all so much. Y'all enjoy your day. I'm finna take my ass to bed.